Where's the match? Alexa, turn on living room light.
Okay.
Alexa, turn living room light to daylight.
Okay.
All right. Alexa, turn off living room light. Alexa, turn off living room light.
Okay.
Thank you. And don't be listening to me, Alexa. What you're listening at? What's going on? I'm about to get on the camera 1 second. I'm still, making my tea and doing everything. I was actually on time today. I went live at 7:59. But I was having technical difficulties, so hopefully the stream is okay today. I seriously don't know why the thing keeps popping up. I think I did something on accident. I called Easy Trading Computers. I had called Easy Trading Computers where I got it from. And they like fixed it because I was in there doing something I wasn't supposed to be doing. And start popping up. And I was doing something again. Trying to get Call of Duty on here or something I was doing. And start popping up again. But I really don't know why. I don't know why it's popping up. Actually, I noticed this inverted head and shoulders. Not perfect, but I noticed this one. While I was down and I was upstairs and I wanted to take the trade. I actually took it here. Where did I take it? No, I took it here. And it pulled back. So I got out. I was like, I was too early. And then I was going live down over here. Look at this. 7:59. And by the time I looked back, I was like, oh, it's about to break out of my... This is the neck line. And then I was having technical difficulties and whoop, it did that. So I was so upset. I missed that trade because I would have been in it. But it's okay. I'll find more throughout the day. Sorry, my mic was muted. Hi, Shaquisha. Sims, I said good morning. Thank you for joining. I'm glad you stumbled across this channel too. Yes, I will do my best to... I'm not going to tell you when to trade because obviously for, legal reasons, but I will do my best to tell you what I see. Just here and there. I wish this thing would stop. Just here and there, telling you what I see on the markets. Like right now, we just broke out of this sloping support line where price is bouncing off of that area. That's what, and it's sloping. So I drew a little line that's called sloping support, right? And then you have a bigger picture. This will be a bear cycle. From this high to this low, we had a bear cycle where price continued down. In that down continuation, you have you have like a leg low. Well, this is not necessarily leg low, but you have a downtrend, you have a bullish divergence, which is where price goes opposite of the main trend right at that time. And then a little sideways action here before a continuation downward. So you'll hear me say things like that. You'll hear me say like bullish divergence or bearish divergence. What I mean is within that trend, we are divergent from it. So if I say that, that's what I'll mean. All right. So like within this small leg here, you have these small advances where price moves up. Within this bearish downtrend, that is called a bullish divergence. So you'll hear me saying things like that, just so you're not lost. I use well, this is what is this? This is gonna be a 1 minute over here because I'm trading futures. I'm trading the M and Qs, micros, because the way the volatility has been, one. Number two, this is a 50K account. So with $2,000 worth of risk, for me, it's smart for me to trade a $50,000 account on 150,000, trade micros on a $150,000 account on a $50,000 account. On a $150,000 account, I trade 2 minis, 1 and 2 minis. But we are waiting for that account to reset. This is a funded account, so I'm taking it slow. Lost $1,000 last Friday when I started it. This week was all about defense, getting that back. We're at 49,715. So about 285 to go. Down 170 for today. But we'll get it back if the market presents the moves. But yeah. So right now, nothing's really happening. The moving averages are flat. MACD is bearish. RSI is bearish. Below neutral, trying to cross through. Cloud is bearish, but it's pretty much flat. I mean, the mouth open, but we're not doing anything. We're not going anywhere. Time is 8:32. So we're just waiting. I don't know if you heard, this morning, I just got caught up a little bit. I think I got on the charts around here. Somewhere around. Yeah, I got on the charts around here. I went, no, not there. I went short here for a continuation. And I made like, I don't know, it was just a couple bucks. But I didn't take it. Actually, did I take it? Yeah, I took it. I think I got out here. It was a couple bucks. It was like $20. 20. I don't know. It was a small trade. It wasn't the trade I wanted to take was for a break it is low. So once I realized it wasn't going, I got out of it. And then so I was waiting to see what the market was gonna do. And did I just put a line there? I did. Did I? So I was waiting to see what the market was gonna do. Came up here, and once we pulled back from here, I think I actually took this trade. I did. I made some money on that. I can't remember how much it was. Man, now that I think about it, kind of upsetting. I was up. I don't know how much I was up because I didn't look at the price. No, because I was trying to focus on the trade. Or was I up like 70 bucks or something? I can't remember. Anyways, once I seen it, we rejected here. And just looking left, none of this had formed yet. It was like that. I was like, oh, we might do what we did yesterday and go create an inverted head and shoulders. And what I was looking at was this area for the head and shoulders. This hadn't formed yet, but that's what I was looking for it to do. So once it did that, I went long here. And then that next red candle came in, I took a loss and I said I was too early. So then around here, I came and I tried to turn the live on because I was like, all right, it'll go in a second. I'll catch it. And I started having technical difficulties. I got here like 7:59, 7:58, 7:59. Tried to go live. I had technical difficulties, and I was going to break this neckline here. And obviously, as I was having look at the price go. As I was having technical difficulty, that's what it did, and it broke out here. And so I missed that trade. And price is moving right now. Look at that. I missed the trade again. That's what I'm trading. I passed about 10 evaluations. Yeah, you know what? Need to work on a strategy. Yeah, that could be it. And that's good though. I did that for a year straight. It's crazy. It took me a year to get to my funded account. And it was so frustrating because I knew that I could go make money on options, but starting to, within different market conditions, I started to get tired of losing all that money. Trading options, battling delta because I had the right direction, but got in at the wrong time. Because delta and theta eat away at your profits. I found out about futures, and I wish I would have in the beginning. But if you find yourself chasing, I don't know, you just have to get it. You have to get to the point where you probably at some point thought about what price was about to do or speculated. If you see that, and if you see a setup, like if you were down here and you're like, I think this is going to break higher, right? And I mean, you can take that trade because, well, it's up to you, but you can take that trade and you can put a stop below this low right here. Or you can put a stop at VWAP and say, if we break VWAP, I'm out the trade. You know, that'll help. That'll help you define your entries, because it might stop you out and then go. That'll help you define your entries. Maybe you might say, okay, I need to wait. I need to wait for the move to happen instead of speculating. You know what I'm saying? And if you do that and you don't get stopped out, then the good thing is you were right about the trade and you get to reap the benefits, right? And you get to see what it's like to enter in early before the move happens versus afterwards and speculating. I mean, afterwards and chasing, I'm sorry. And you know what? I was trading two. I've been trading one micro lately. I was trading two this morning. That's why too. And you see the entry that I practiced on. Yeah. Well, you probably can see it. You just don't realize it. Like, and you're not trusting yourself. You're waiting. So, because I did in the beginning. So think about it. You're probably waiting for something to happen. You're like, I'm waiting for this to go higher. If it goes higher, I'm getting in. Well, right there is you saying you're speculating something. And then you just look at the indicators and look at the price action. And if you see enough conviction, then why not just go higher? Don't be scared of a loss. Set a stop loss so that you don't lose more than what you're willing to. There is no, oh, I'm going to get out at this area. And if price breaks below there, you don't have a stop loss. You're like a deer in headlights and you can't push exit. No, you don't got to go through all that. Just put a stop loss. You know what I'm saying? But if you're like, if this goes higher, I'm getting in. Well, you kind of just speculated right there. No, I'm going to get in and let's see if this works. I'm going in because I see this, and that. If it goes higher, I'm getting out here. You know, if it goes below this, then I'm out the trade. And you set a stop loss. You don't have to chase. You know, the market rewards patience. It's crazy. When you're going through it, because it's like you understand it, but it's hard to actually do until you just do it. I promise you, until you just do it. I still can't say I had a profitable year, but I've done enough to know like what my problem was, and I've, you know what I'm saying, just changing that. I had that issue too, chasing FOMO. Sometimes I still experience FOMO. And if the momentum is there, I'm like, I'm getting in. But it has to make sense. I still might wait on a candle to pull back or something. But over trading, you know, getting into a trade, taking a profit or a loss, and then I'm back in the trade in less than 5 minutes. When sometimes you need a 15-minute candle to set up to show you where you're going next, or even a 30-minute candle. So patience is key, you know, but you got to be disciplined enough to be patient. And that's hard, especially when you're looking at the charts and you just see candles moving. If you look at the charts all day, you'll find something. Trust me, you'll find a trade to take. You'll find something that makes sense. You'll find some candle that's flushing, some candle that's going up, right? That triggers you. Caught that move this morning and I switched my real account. I lost. It be like that too because it's so weird. I went through that so many times. I took my 150K practice account I just had it up. I took it to like 192,000 in a month. And I'm like, man, I was trading how I would really trade. I think I was trading 2 and 3 minis. And I'm like, if I just do this on a real account, but when you get in a real account, it's different. Right? You're a little more defensive. You don't really care what happens in a practice account. And I'm like, that's kind of how you want to be in a funded account, but you don't want to not care, but you don't want to be so scared that you're not taking your trades. You're getting in late. You're buying in too late because of FOMO, or you're cutting your trades too early. I don't know. I went through that same thing. Or I will blow an account and then I would get on a practice account and make $3,000. Like, what is that? I did that last week. I blew a 150K account. I only needed less than 4,000 to pass it. I blew it. I got on my 50K eval, made 3K on the Apex, made that on the same move I was trying to catch. I was just trying to be greedy on the 50K. I was like, okay, we're going to test this level up here. So I'm going to get in for that level up there, but it's going to flush. Well, when I got in, it flushed immediately. And so the account went bad. We were having those 100-point candles. And so I switched to my 50K, caught that downtrend, passed the account, reset my 150K, made $8,580.50. So I only needed $419.50 to pass. I said, just wait till the next day and do it live. And then, my brain was like, well, what's 400 more if I just made 8,000, So sometimes our mind gets in the way. And I know the moment I start, thinking like that, I just need to not trade. The moment I start trying to trade my P&L, it never goes right. It never goes right. But in the practice, in the evals or the combines, you kind of just gotta be like, don't even think about it being a combine. Like, don't think about it being a combine. Don't think about how much money you want to make. Just focus on the trade. You know what I'm saying? Because when you do good trading, the money is the result. So you can not focus on the trade, on the money at all. And just say, I don't know what you trade. Let's say you're trading micros. Just how many ever points you want. Okay, I want 25 points on this trade. I want 20 points on this trade. Focus on it. You know what I mean? And then in the end, when you look, you'll say, okay, that's cool. Let's focus on the next trade. You could use these. You can use your short positions and your long positions to, help you see where you want to get into the trade. You can go into settings. You can put your account size, how much you trade, what you're risking, how many ticks you risk, your stop level, your profit level. So if you say, I want to risk, I don't know, say you're trading micros and you're like, I want to risk 50 ticks and I want to try to make 100. Then you can set that and then you can put it on here and see what it look like. And when you do that, you'll find that, if I'm just waiting for these setups with the moving averages, where the moving averages cross and the MACD lines up and the RSI lines up, those moves, right? These moves right here, you'll notice these will give me the points that I'm looking for. You just got to be patient enough to wait for them. But it's hard sometimes watching it live because in hindsight, it's there. So you always know it's coming, but you use the micros. But when you're actually trading, you're like, where is it? You know what I mean? You're like, when is it going to come? And so you don't see it and you're like, forget it. I'm taking this trade. I'm going to just hit the button. And that's a recipe for disaster. You trade in micros, you trade 1 micro, 2. Over trading, always up in the morning, just give it back before the day is up. So what that means is when you're up, so I don't know how consistent you are, but I was going through that same thing. And what I did was I practiced consistency. So it stopped being about, I need to pass this combine in 2 days because I know I can do it. It started being about, I need to make $100 a day. If it's that easy, prove it on a 50K account. So I make $100. It would be 100 or more. And it was easy. But by the end of the week, I did that for like a week, but it was more than 100. So I made like maybe $1,000 at the end of the week. And what I found was it helped me with consistency, and it helped me not overtrade, to just make $100 and cut. And it was quick, and it was hard because it's like, man, if I made $100 that easy, all I gotta do is watch the market, and I know I can make another 100. But you're also going to overtrade if you don't have the discipline. So if you make $100 today and you just cut the market off and say, I don't care what the market is doing, go find something to do until 4 o'clock. You're going to feel good. And then you do that for another day and you make $100, you're going to feel good because you're going to say, that's if you're not consistent, right? You'll be like, that's what consistency feels like. That's good. That feels good. I want to keep doing that. And then you'll get to the point where that 100 is automatically 200, right? Especially if you're making 100 on a micro, that's 50 points, right? And what will happen is you will become so comfortable making 100 points, so comfortable in those trades that you have been taking consistently. And what'll happen is you'll trade 2 micros. So you'll be like, okay, now I'm trading 2 micros. And like that, I think for me, it was the end of the week. I was doing that. I was trading minis though. I was trading minis and I was going for 100 a day, 200 a day. Actually, I think I did 200 a day. It was a point in time where I did 100, but I think that was the first week. I can't remember if I was going for 100 or 200. I know one time at that time I'm talking about, this was a couple months ago. I know one time I was going for 100, but I don't think it worked for me because I still wanted more. But I know for a fact when I went for consistency this time that I ended up making like, $1,000 a week. And I was like, okay, that feels good. Not the grand, but just to be consistent. And so then the next week it turned into 200 a day. Right. And I was like, man, I'm making this easy. Like I was making it before 9:30. Sometimes 9:30, and by 9:32 I was done. Like, you know what I mean? And so what started to happen is I started to put on 2 minis. And so then I was making $400. And so I said, okay, now I'm at my $500 a day. Cause I can do it. I can make 5 a day. I can make 1,000 a day. I can make 15, but I was never consistent. How long have I been trading? This is my 4th year. I've been trading 2 to 3, sometimes micro. This is my 4th year trading. So everything as of this year is really, really starting to make sense as far as the market cycles go. Certain strategies I use, sometimes it's not even the strategy, it's the market cycle. So you might think that you're going to go through a point where you think your strategy isn't working. Strategy does work, but just not in that market condition. So the cycles change. But it took me all the time to realize that. But I've only been trading micros for about 1.5 years, almost 2 years. I mean, futures. But back to the consistency, I'm telling you, that helps. I'm telling you, before you know it, you're going to take those same trades. You'll be trading 2 minis or 2 micros, whatever. And so now you doubled your profit. And then once I was making 500 consistently a day, it was like 5, 6, 7, 8. So I was automatically, because it's not, sometimes it was 4 something, but it was always over 2,500 for the week. And then I was like, okay, so I would start trading my 150K account, doing the same thing, but trading 2 micros, right? So now I'm making 1,000, 1,500 a day. I ain't gonna say easy, but easier than it was before, but I knew my limit, right? Because I know what over trading feels like. And if I get to, that was on, like, once I've been having a week and 2 weeks of green straight, then I probably need to take a break, because at some point, I'm gonna hit that barrier to where I'm just like depleted. You know, my emotional capital, mental capital is spent, and I'm trying to trade, and I end up taking a big loss, and then I turn into a bigger loss. Markets are advancing here just a little bit. Still continuing on this kind of sloping support. It's changed a little bit. It's your first year and you already passing accounts. That's good. I could not for the life of me, because I wanted it. I was listen. There was times I was $10 away. And I learned now, if you're $10 away, just take a micro. Don't trade a mini, because if it goes against you, it's going to go against you more than a couple dollars. It might go against you $200, and now you got to get $210. It was bad. There was a time where I was $40 away from passing. This is all within my first year, and so excited. I'm like, oh, I'm so close. Who cares? Reset. You know, there are times where I make 15 one day, 15 the next day to pass it, get into the combine, -1,000 the first day. I mean, XFA, -1,000 the first day, -1,000 the second day. It was crazy. You know, you go through all that. It's a process. You're going to go through not being able to pass the combines. I guess it did take me a year to pass it. You said it was your first year. Not being able to pass them, to passing them, to getting into the XFAs, but blowing the XFAs till you take that first payout. And it's all about that consistency thing and seeing what it feels like. It goes back to that. Just like with trading. When you're consistent and you see what it feels like, you can do it over and over again. It works on your practice, and that I wonder why it works on your practice but never on your real count. I wonder if you're not waiting for it. I wonder if you're too early or you're too late. Or I wonder if I see what you mean though, because the break and retest doesn't always it's not every trade. It has to, well, it always breaks something and retest, right? So I wonder what you mean by that. Like, let's take this for example right here. Okay, let's just use this blue dotted line. This blue dotted line, you see that? That is a level, right? We broke that level here. We were testing it. We broke through, broke all the way up to here. We came back, retested it once, retested it twice. Those retests are, you know, that's the same level. So it's not always just, it doesn't happen always right away. So sometimes, you know, you got to wait for it. You got to see it like, okay, let me see what it's doing. Well, first of all, that was inverted head and shoulders. That was that move. So now it comes back to the neckline. Tested once, it bounced. Okay, we can't get above here. It tested zone twice. Okay, look where we're at. We're above the VWAP, and we are testing that slope and support. You know, you get a bounce off of that, it's good to go. Your trade is good to go. Sometimes you know you need like 3 or more confluences before you take the trade. Nah, I don't understand why this. Okay, the cloud is. What is happening? The cloud is bearish. Sideways. MACD is bullish. RSI is bullish above neutral. We're above the 921 20, the 9 EMA and the 21. EMA above moving average, 200 moving average above VWAP. Not going anywhere. Time is 8:54. Markets open up in 36 minutes. Little push. So we must be rising on no volume. What is going on here? I don't like that. It's slightly bullish. In the short term. But be careful here. Might break and fake. It might do, I don't know. This thing does what it wants to do. You caught that move in the practice? Yeah, that was not, yeah, you did say that. The break of the break of the inverted head and shoulders. Yeah, I was trying to go live. I was so upset. I was trading. I knew it was coming. I wasn't tripping about the little bit of money I lost because I knew I was finna catch that move. I didn't think we were going all the way up here. This was my target up here. Once I seen this complete, that was my target up there. I was gonna take it right there. Zoop. I would have got out right here, right where it came back and retest. I didn't know I was gonna come back and retest that, but that was my target right there. But you see how it came, broke through that, came back, retested this level, fell back through. Price always, if anywhere you look on the chart, if you look left, price is retesting. So, oh, look at that. Told you. That was, you don't trust that, right? You can't trust that. The MACD was bullish. The RSI was bullish above neutral, but the cloud was bearish. That's divergence. They're not lining up. You know, they're trying to make you bullish. They wasn't going nowhere. That was a trap if I ever seen one. That was a trap if I ever seen one. You hear me? In my practice account, I'm up 5,000. Caught that move and switched my real account. I lost. Yeah, but you probably switched to your real account and thought that move was going to continue. Am I right or no? Or did you try to sell it? What did you do? Because when big candles come in like this, if you don't get in down here, up here, you gotta wait. You just wait. It's not going nowhere. It's so hard. I'm gonna say don't experience FOMO. Don't buy in. But as a new trader, it's almost like you have to. Your first instinct, you have to do that until you realize, oh no, I don't want to do that no more. I can sit here and tell you all I want, you know, till you blue in the face, till I'm blue in the face. But it's nothing like, you know, you tell somebody, don't touch that stove, it's hot. Okay, I understand, I get burnt, it'll hurt. But you don't really understand until you touch the stove. It's like that with trading. You know, but if you were going to chase something like this, you got to let this do what it's going to do. You got to let this candle close, because when the candle closed, that big wick lets you know that there has to be a lot more buying pressure to come to push above all these sellers right here. So whatever that move was, whether it was news, whether it was somebody getting in position, I wouldn't follow it. But had you got a close up here and you had a big body, right, then you might get some continuation. That might let you know, hey, this candle might open, come down a little bit, but it's going to push higher. You'll see that. You'll see that, but it takes time. Like, you got to, because I would have did it. I'm not going to lie. I went upstairs. I was like, man, I just missed my move. I went upstairs and grabbed my iPad because I was still trying to connect to the live. If this would have closed with a big body, I would have waited for the next candle to pull back a little bit. And as soon as it started rising up, I would have got in it. But I would have set my stop somewhere, you know, short within this candle, because that's a lot of volatility. I wouldn't have wanted to get burned if it wasn't going to work. But I'm not chasing that move with that big wick right there. All right, what kind of just range in here? We're just still hovering above this level. What level is this? This is my 30-minute level. Or no? Yeah, kind of that. Okay, well, that's where we are. I appreciate it. No, yeah. I got you. I'm glad I found you. I appreciate it. Yeah, I see. I got you. I'm tracking. Break. Yeah, I caught that movement in practice. Yes, I learned that literally about 2 days ago. Yeah. See, just listen, when them big candles come in, don't even just be like, nope. Just start telling yourself, nope, I ain't falling for it. You gonna feel good. You know what I mean? Whether it don't matter what time. Even this one, look at this candle. Look at what they did. This candle right here. You know how many people bought into that out of FOMO? Just bought into it and was like, oh, this about to go higher. And then this candle here, there's no follow through, right? And it's like a doji. The guy's a wide body doji, but it's like a doji at the top. There's no follow through, right? So follow through means if you get a big candle like that, you want to see, like this candle right here, you want to see another candle like that. You see this big body candle, you want to see You want to see another one like that, like this, to let you know that you know you might be going lower. But obviously this is a 1 minute chart, so you're not gonna get no big moves. And with pre-market, you're not gonna get no big moves like that from just 2 candles. But if you're seeing that on a 3 minute, 5 minute, 15 minute, okay, now we're in that 30 minute range. 30 minute support zone, demand zone. Support, demand, same thing. But yeah, so because the 1 minute lie. The 1 minute lies more than the other ones. You want to pay attention to the larger time frames. I want to get away from this area. I want to get away from this. Kind of just I want to take those indicators off right now because we're bearish. Ooh, we're bearish. Let me see. It's gonna bounce right here. Expect it to bounce. It can bounce all the way down here. We need to break this level for me to. Let me see. We need to break this level and then break this level. Will I go short? I mean, I'll go short. Let me just watch it. It's 9:01. RSI is oversold in a 1 minute. Maybe a bounce so I can short into or no. Let me remove this. I don't want this green box here either, but I know where we're at. I'll keep it here for y'all. Just this zone here is pretty much is the bottom of that 30 minute range. That's why we're ranging in it. My tea water probably done boiled out by now. Learn about price action candles and 3-bar reversal when I'm not in a trade. As if you can see me agreeing with you. Right. You see me nodding my head too. Well, you can see me because I'm on camera, but yeah, you can use 3-bar reversals. But if that's not your play, that's not your play. It's all type of reversals. You know what I mean? You trade NASDAQ. NASDAQ's classic reversal and bear trap is this one right here. If you haven't been watching me the previous days because you said you just stumbled on me, but this right here, it'll come down and make a low. And that's why I shorted it here too, because it's been doing that for the previous days, but it doesn't always do it. It doesn't always do it. It does it often. But when it doesn't work, when it works, and you get a new low, right? You get a new low. Let me use this other one. When it works, you get a new low and you break this low. Or you might, I might set my take profit right here at the blue line and it'll just spike below that, just below it, enough to break that low and make a new low. But when it doesn't work, it does this, and that's called a bear trap, right? It traps the bears and then goes up. So what it's doing, what price is doing, is it came down, made a low, and you get this bullish divergence. You get this high area, and what you need price to do is come down and make a lower low to continue the market structure to be bearish. So it always does these retest levels, right, within these moves, but it doesn't always retest, if that makes sense. Like, this is the zone. It came back to retest that zone, but found support here. And so it ran up. And then when you're looking at it, like, nope. When you can see it playing out, though, you see that green candle come in, it opens there and just starts going up. Immediately, I'm like, nope, that's a bear trap. That's a bear trap. Got to get out. You know what I mean? You need the candle to open and continue lower. And then okay, we could potentially go test the zone. But it can also come here. It's NASDAQ. I'm telling you, we might catch some today. It's classic for that, for making a low, coming back to either retest that low before bouncing, to retest it. Okay, it makes a low, comes back to retest that low before bouncing. It might give you a higher low. Sometimes it'll even break you down, give you a wick, just a slightly lower low before it goes. But it's always gonna test. I need some type of, okay, we got some bearish movement. Never came. Where the 518 at? You looking? Oh, you looking at this level? 518s. VWAP. Yeah, it hasn't retested it yet. Well, I mean, it broke it here, and I mean, technically it did. It broke it on this candle, and it came back and tested it on this candle. Right here at this high. The high of that candle is 18,515. So sometimes it hits that price exactly, and sometimes it doesn't. But if it doesn't, if that's one of your major levels, I'm pretty sure sometime throughout the day it's gonna come test it. I mean, if it depends on the market movement. I can't just say that. That's pretty broad. Sometime soon, but I don't see. I mean, we got rejection here. All right, trying to find. We might get there. Trying to bounce, create a bullish divergence. How much power does it have? Cloud is bearish, MACD is bearish, RSI is bearish, below neutral. We're below the moving averages, below the VWAP. Trade was up here to take that short, or here. Right now we wait. I gotta get my tea water. I think it's boiling out now. 1 second. 1 second, guys. Where my other people's at? Where are my line dancers at? Where are my line dancers at? Where my auntie? Where Miss Dawn Jackson at? We're gonna use this cinnamon fusion honey today. Cinnamon fusion honey today, chat. So good. Oh my goodness, that honey is so good. I got it from this local. Okay, we got some bearish continuation here. Nah, you talking about FOMO. You think I ain't about to jump in this? I'm about to. Because I think we going here. I can't just get in right here, though. Oh, I should have got in here. I'm glad you found my channel, too, though. I don't know if I said thank you. Thank you. We definitely need some more in the space, you know. Trying to look out. And I'm not, my channel isn't too big yet to where it's hard to keep up with people in the chat, right? So everything happens for a reason. It is good you found me right now. Hopefully I can be of some value to you. You know? And maybe you to me. Maybe I'm looking at something and you see something different and you throw it in the chat and I catch it and I'm like, oh, thank you, appreciate it. You know what I mean? You might save me a loss or make me money. I say or cause me to take a good trade. Now see that was a bearish continuation, but this move after a bullish divergence compared to this move is small. So they might spend some time here, or they might try to bounce. It just depends. They could go lower too. See, that's the thing. They could do anything they want, but okay, they're going lower. They're going now. They're going now. I missed the trade. I told you I have FOMO. I'm upset. This is my lover right here. That's where it's going. Son of a biscuit eater. Look at that head and shoulders. You see that on the 15-minute? This is the 15-minute chart. And look at this. Shoulder, head, shoulder. Or you can say shoulder, head, shoulder. Either way, how you splice it. Neckline. Price continue lower to test this level. Bounced. Pull back. Here we go right here. See it? Left shoulder, head, right shoulder. And then it's filled in green. We continue lower. Ah, hell, I missed that. When that start? 12:45 a.m. 12:45 a.m. That was last night. Damn, 6:30 this morning. Oh yeah, I was asleep. I just got up. Actually, I did get up at 6 today. I went back to sleep though. Man, something said, I swear, promise. Something said, get up and get on the chart. I said, I'll get up in a minute. I got you. That's what's up. Hey, I made $100 and just got back in. You got back in after you made 100? So this would always get, I'll be in for 2 micros and start going my way. I'll take profit or add, then it goes against me. Oh yeah, you just adding too soon then. You're just adding too soon then. You're just adding too soon. When you, so let me see, let me find an area. Because you said you just got in. So say like, how do I do this? So say like you got in here, right? What is that? Say you got in here. And right, price starts going your way. And let's say it goes here, and then you add in right here. Well, you don't want to add there. If that's where you want to add, then you need, how do I say it? You should probably wait, right, for it to test that area twice before you add. So if you wanted to add there, you need price to come back, break below it, right? This is to add here, break below it. You want it to come back and retest. When it retests, if it doesn't continue higher, then you're like, okay, it's going to continue lower. Let me add another one. Now, with that being said, here would have probably been where to add, where you got a little, where price like struggled just for a second. It was seeming like you weren't getting any continuation, but the bulls didn't push it up. Then once it broke below it and came back into it, on that candle right there is where you would have added. So it's that level, but it's that green doji. You know what I mean? So it's the same concept as if you want to add here, you wait for a break below, come back and retest. If you want to add here, it broke below, it comes back to retest, you add here, and then it would have went down and you would have took your profit. So if it just be patient. If you want to add, don't add while price is moving. Let price move. Let price show you that it's going to come back, retest that area, and that area really is where sellers are, and then you add. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you're welcome. That's how I do it anyway. Okay. Oh God. I'm not a financial advisor. That's how I would do it. Let me correct that. That's how I would do it. If I was adding, gosh, I got to get used to this. If I was adding, that's what I would do. So that's the way I trail that's the way I trail my trade. If I'm trailing and I want to move my stop loss here, I do not move it there until we break through and retest that level and get away from it. Because if I move it to a new level, then I know at some point I know on the pullback I'm gonna get stopped out. So I can. It depends on how far away the trade is. I can move it closer, but I try to, because the market moves in waves, and this isn't a good example of this price action this morning, but you'll see if I'm able to put a trade on like that today. Let's see. But like here, say I enter the trade here, it goes up, and I want to move my stop loss here. I'm not moving it there until it comes back to retest this. Might move it here, but when it comes back to retest and breaks off of it, I'll move my stop loss there. That wasn't the best example, but look, I don't know what price is doing right now. Price is just doing whatever it's doing. Time is 9:16. That candle that's exactly why I'm trading micros right now. Okay, let me see, the low is 18,487, the high is 18,529. So 90, 39, 40, almost 50 point candle, 40 something point candle. That's crazy. Now think about trading minis on that, right? These pots and these candles can blow your account. Man, I'm getting water. Y'all just boiled out like a whole bottle of water. Hold on, I'll be right back. I'm boiling a whole bottle of water. I need some more water out my tea. Damn if I did, and if I don't. Sometimes I will, sometimes I won't. I hope, man, these pop. I don't know what they got going on today. I got you. I'm just learning. Yeah, I'm learning too, for real. It's crazy because, I get it, but there are people who've been trading 10, 20 years and they're like, oh, you're always learning. And you are. Markets are always changing. Now time is changing because there's more people in the markets than ever before. There's a lot of the younger generation in the markets who some of them do buy and hold, some of them don't. A lot of people are in just to make money daily. So market conditions change, Sometimes they don't follow the rules. Do you trade NQ, ES, crude oil? What do you trade? So that would be considered a retest of the 518. Right. Right. Exactly. It just broke through. Right. Exactly. The price NASDAQ does that. It sure would. It broke through the 518, came back right below it. But look what it did. It came right back up to this level that we had been testing. Remember, we were hovering there. The neckline of the inverted head. This is okay. I'm gonna make this bold because that's a major support and resistance zone. It's not that exact line. Keep in mind it's a zone. I'm gonna move my line down just a little bit. Matter of fact, let me see something. Let me open this up real quick. Cause that's a major level. We just I'm gonna change the zone. I'm gonna get rid of this 30-minute zone. Wait, let me see what it look like first. Where is it? Let me move it to the larger time frame to see. There's a lot of wicks and stuff in that area on the 1 minute. All right, just keep in mind the 30-minute range is at the basically at the peaks of the shoulders of the inverted head and shoulders. Cause I don't want this box here anymore. It's too much. Yeah, right there. Major support and resistance at that level. That was the neckline of the inverted head and shoulders. We bounced there the day before. Actually 5 a.m. Found support there at 12:21 a.m. 16th, 1:12 p.m. we bounced there. 16th at 10 a.m. we bounced there. Yeah, this is a major level. 407. This is a major level right here. I'm gonna keep that there for a while. Until we just I was about to say until we just break through and it's like that. So we just break through it like that. So we just break through it. We just broke through it. So maybe this until price doesn't respect it anymore, but maybe it might the cloud is bearish. I don't like when they do this, when they spike price up really fast and they just cause the RSI to go from one level, go from oversold to overbought really quickly. To me, that's filling up the gas to go lower. But how high will they take? How high will they take it? Depends on the market makers. MACD is bullish. RSI is bullish above neutral. Cloud is bearish. But we're above the 21, above the 9, above VWAP, about above the 200. And we got to cross at the EMA. Time is 9:22. Go get my tea. Let me go get my tea. My orange ash. Open in 6 minutes. See what kind of action we get. I mean, no stream tomorrow. Markets are closed tomorrow for Good Friday. Ooh, nice bullish continuation. Damn it. Look at that bullish vibe that came in. See the MACD? So this we still in this cluster flip. Middle of the cloud. On the 2 minute. Rejecting below the cloud. I don't know what kind of day today is going to be. There's no markets tomorrow, so today is like Friday. Good Friday is tomorrow, so they got the markets closed for the folks. What happened to my music? What are we doing? At least gotta have some use. 9:25. This is crazy. I'm in Ohio. Where you at? Do you trade no, the opening range break? Nah. I do my own thing. I mean, everybody has their way of trading the markets. A lot of different things work. You just have to find what works for you. I never nah, I don't know. I just don't trade like that. I just trade what I see. Let my indicators tell me, you know. Selling off here before open. And I don't know. I've learned over time not to, because you can find yourself trying to trade what they trade that. Oh, let me try this works. Let me see if that works. Oh, they trade like this. It works for that. It works for them. But you have to find out what works for you. And who knows? I might be good at trading it, but I got to a point where, like I said, you know, trying different strategies and thinking that this strategy isn't working. So flipping my strategy again, and then this works until the market cycle changes, and then I realize that's not working, so I'm flipping my strategy again. I went through that for years before I can't even say, because I was trading, like I said, I was trading options, so I guess it would be the same difference. But I really started working on my strategies in my entries when I started trading futures, because how much money you can make and lose, it was, you know, a lot quickly. But I realized, like, at some point I just had to turn everything off. You know, I got what I needed. I had the basics. I read my little charting book to start out, watch people do it live a little bit, and then I had to just focus on myself. I had to just get that screen time in. What are these markets doing? What are they doing? It broke through that level, came back down, came back into this level. All to try to go take this low out. That was my original target for this morning that we never took out. Talk about drama. This is drama. I might switch this to the 2 minute. Because this drama. It really was. You in Houston? You from New York? Okay. What part of New York? I got some family in Jersey. Grew up in Jersey City. They stay in Plainfield now. It works really good, but that's my most successful. Then I lose it back. I would love to learn options. Options is a different animal. I mean, options, you can make good money though. If you just understand, you know, what premium to buy when. I just in the money at the money works best. 0.8 delta. If you buy it for like a week out or more, yeah, 0.8 delta. Make sure the chance of profit is there. But I'm sure you probably get into it, especially if you start taking money out of these accounts. You'll want to funnel it somewhere. Queens, South Jamaica, baby. Okay, then. On the map. Welcome. I'm from Ohio. I'm like 30 minutes away from Cleveland. I'm a country girl for real. I grew up on a farm. We was in a little township. I went to the city schools and stuff, but until I was 12, we moved to Georgia. Then we came back and moved to the city. It's still a small town, small, called Elyria, Ohio. Yeah, but I grew up on a farm with horses and pigs and cows and chickens, eating the eggs from the chickens, drinking the milk from the cows, feeding the cows. And I would love to go back to that life. You know, our food wasn't poisoned. All right, markets are open. Let's get it. Ding, ding, ding. I don't have a bell. Miss Dawn Jackson, you in here? Court, you in here? Jonathan, you come back? Where you at? Queens, South Jamaica. Raja, my daughter was using my computer. I just don't know how to get her name off. Oh, how to get her name off of so you're signed in onto her Gmail probably. So you gotta sign her out of her Gmail and sign into your Gmail. So that when you go to YouTube, you could do it right on YouTube. You go to your page, and click on the little icon, the little name where it says S, or I'm assuming Shaquisha, and then go to switch account and sign yourself in. And if you do that, you have to remember the name of my channel and then go find my channel under your page. And I don't know if you subscribed or whatever. Okay, we selling off. Now we hit my target. But that's too much drama. All that drama, I would have been stopped out. Oh shit. What we doing? We want to sell like that? Hold on. Wait a minute. This is the day. Oh, we going lower. This is the daily. We might go lower. We might go test. Okay, I'm getting ready for some shorts. I'll get ready for some shorts and it's not even hot out. JK. All right, I'm missing my headphones. Don't think we have any news coming out today. Let me double check. We were pretty light on news. Oh yeah, let's continue. I'm about to get in one micro, but I'm willing to 40 seconds, 38 seconds, 37 seconds. We ain't getting no follow through yet. Buyers are right here, so I'm not gonna go short. I was about to. All right. So I forgot to put my stop loss on. I'm short. Buyers are here. Damn, I thought it was gonna flush right there. I needed it to flush right there. Buyers are still here. They trying to defend. You see that? They're trying to defend. Sellers are in. Let me just move that. This is just quick. I'm moving it quick because of the price action. Like you see the buyers trying to push it up. So if they just want to come spike this thing up real crazy, I'm trailing it closely because of that reason. This is a target right here. I would love to keep it. If it flushes, I want it to keep flushing. If it keeps flushing, I'll set my take my stop there and just let it do what it does. Hopefully it doesn't come stop me out. Might move it just a little bit. We got 17 seconds. It needs to flush a little more. Okay. I'm gonna just leave it there. It stopped out. I wanted it to damn, that's cool though. Made about, what was I down? I don't know. I was down 170, made about $50 on that trade. I wanted it to, it's all right. Yeah, because let me look at something. Oh, that's some buyers. That's buyers. So the momentum was just there, right? That was pretty much why I took that trade, and I knew we wanted to go get that level right there. So I got in for that. Ideally, it would have been better to get it off the rejection of the 21 EMA up here, but that's okay. I'm used to that. Like just recognizing this is a continuation. Okay, we might go test yesterday's close. See what the sellers do here, if the buyers push it back up or what. They just broke it. I think it continues. Bullish, I'm bearish. Momentum continuing. MACD is bearish. Cloud is bearish. Conditions are bearish. RSI is bearish, but we're kind of oversold on the 1 minute. 3 minute. oversold a little bit. 5 minute, little oversold. But that doesn't really mean much. It can continue to go before a retracement. Buyers. MACD is bullish. Continuation. I should have been short right now. This is bearish. But like I want to get in for the short to go test yesterday's close, which is that yellow line. But I'm not sure that that's a good idea since we're so far away from the moving averages. It's making it look bearish. It could be bullish. Okay, we got a bullish divergence here. Let's see how much power it has. See, the MACD is changing colors. The bearish momentum is slowing down. We're still bearish because we're still red, but it's slowing down. We got a bounce here. Bullish divergence. Let's see how high it goes. We can come back and test this level, test these wicks, or we can continue lower right away. I can't stand when price does this. When NASDAQ does this, where it goes down and makes a low at wicks, and then it has this level here, and it never comes back down and tests the wick. It just bounces. It comes back down later. Can't stand when it does that. Look at it. $17.11 should have gotten in at $5.18. Yo, 5.18s again. Let me see. Did it play out? Where's your 5.18? You know you can set your what is it? Do a limit instead of doing a market order. Do a limit where you buy at a certain price, or you can sell at a certain price. Yeah, country life. Yeah, for sure. We was definitely in the country. They're building up out there now, but we was our big house in the farm was on 23 acres. And then we had the big cornfield across the way. We had 5 acres over there. Houses right there. The church was on the property. Small church for the family, but we was huge. We had connections all the way back to our family that came over from the Mindi tribe. That's where we was from through slavery and everything. So we would have people coming from Africa. Big Mama and all her sisters was connected. So that was my great grandmother. And so, great aunts, like all the way, generations out, we stayed connected. Even after slavery, and folks was having a lot of kids then. So there was a lot of us, conventions, more than 3,000 people had to be. Because I went to a convention with GOCC. I went to the Passover, and I said, man, I ain't seen this many people since I was a kid at church. We owned a building in Chicago that was the size of a block, convention center, and that's where we did our conventions at. Own property, all that. So I didn't even realize, me getting into the world and then living a different life and being exposed to different things, and then having certain things about myself and coming back to the family and understanding what I was seeing when I was growing up. So I'm trying to get back to that. We had 84 acres down there. We still got it. The farm's still sitting out there on 23 acres, and it's not a running farm anymore, but there's a big house down there. Somebody lives there, and we got 84 acres, I think, right there on Corey Road. It's all right there. So, we got stuff to work towards. I'm in a townhouse right now, but I got me a little garden back there growing. And started in my kitchen. I just grow in the patio. See that bounce? we were close to testing yesterday's close. Conditions are still bearish. You short? 406. You short at 406. You gotta but you got a chance, because I don't know where's your take profit. You gotta check. Conditions are Conditions are bearish. They're trying to bounce it here. We'll see. Definitely in profit. And now, yes, bounce. It's trying to bounce. But that's okay, especially if you're just trading one. If you're just trading one micro and not one mini and going crazy, you'll get more screen time. That's what I learned. I traded minis all the way up into this year when the market started doing those 100-point candles. 100 points up, 100 points down, 200 points. That was crazy. I blew my 150K PA account. I was upset. And then I started trading micros because I said, with this kind of volatility, I probably could still make $1,000 or $1,500 a day trading micros. And I was right. And then I blew a 50K because those emotions from blowing 150K went over into the 50K. So I had to, trade through that and get back to the point I'm at now. We're bouncing here. Did you cut it? Or are you still in it? It's testing this level here. It just broke it. Conditions are bearish, but you're trying to flip. This is what NASDAQ does, though. It'll go. I've been talking about this on my past streams. It'll go break market structure, but can come down and continue. So you'll go short here. It'll break this previous high, break this high, and break this high. Trap bulls, and then come down and make a new low. NASDAQ, you have to watch the NASDAQ. But for now, this is bullish. This is a bullish divergence, and it's a strong one. MACD just flipped bullish. Tight opening range. So far, time is 9:42. You drove trucks, so you used to pass through. Okay. On the 5 and the 15, I don't know how to do it. I did 17. On the 5 and 15, don't know how to do what? You said on the 5 and the 15, I don't know how to do it. Will I read it, or what do you mean? 5. Look at that. See where they rejected at? This is a 5-minute chart. See that? We rejected at that line, which was previous support. This was support right here. See the support? Support becomes resistance. Resistance becomes support. The most basic of them all. This was support. It was resistance. So you don't need to trade right now. This is support. You just need to wait to see if it breaks support, breaks resistance to find support, or if it rejects to go lower. But you don't have to rush anything. Just let the market tell you what it's going to do. The break and retest. Oh, on the 5 and 15, yes, the same thing. You it's just more time. You just got to wait longer. So, right now, this was support. It broke. Okay. So right now, this was support here. It broke support here. Now it's coming to retest that previous support for resistance. And this is a 5-minute chart you're looking at. But it took time. See, it created support here at 7:10. It broke support at 9:30. It came back to retest support at between 9:30 and 9:35. And between 9:40 and 9:45, it's rejecting that support. So, 7:10 to 7:15, 7:10 to 7:20. It created support, broke it between 9:30 and 9:35. Retested it between 9:40 and 45, and it's currently rejecting. So it's the same thing. The same way you look at it on the 1 minute and the 2 minute is the same way you look at it on the 5 minute, the 15 minute, the 3 minute, the 30 minute, the hour, the 4 hour, the daily. It's all the same. It's just bigger candles and more price action, right? Because 5 of the 1 minute candles is in one 5-minute candle. But the market, that's why when you find market structure or patterns on a larger time frame, like a 5-minute, 15-minute, 30-minute, they are more powerful and you can expect a bigger move. Because there's more data in there. And it'll tell you the same story on the 1 minute chart, but the 1 minute will have more jitter in it, if you will, right? More what word am I looking for? I don't know what word I'm looking for, but it'll have more, like, it just have more clutter. It just be more cluttered. Have more. I'm not showing my whole screen. That's the thing. Let me see something real quick. Well, this is my whole screen, but I want that line up, so I have the 3 minute on one side, and is my stream lagging? Is my stream lagging? Oh, no, okay. This is the whole chart. See the 30 minute? Same. This was the previous support zone in the close of yesterday, and look where we are on the 30 minute. We're coming back to test that. But on the 1 minute, you see all this mess. But that's all, take 30 of each of those 1 minute candles and bunch them in together. That's what a 30 minute chart looks like. So that's just how that is. Going to test yesterday's close. We got to focus here. We got to focus. New lows. I'll make sure my mess my picture up. 1 second. I had it perfect. That's a support there. See, remember what I was talking about earlier? How price loves to do that on the NASDAQ. Is classic. Here's your retest. Here's one test, bounce. Here's a second retest of that level. Broke the level. Now is, do we continue higher, or do we make a new low? I should have my QQQ. You can't type that fast. No, you all right? Trying to make you bullish. Is this a trap or no? I'm not on QQQ's games today. It does this stuff every day. Every day. I should have just went long. Wait. Well, it has to break there, but to here maybe. If this bullish divergence has power. Nope, rejection before the 21. You okay? I don't need you to type fast. Where my aunt at? Where's Miss Dawn Jackson? All right, see, it shouldn't take that long, but I didn't. Should have got with a little W on the 1 minute. Maybe it'll send us up here. Test this level here. Maybe, I don't know. Or we can reject here. Spend some time here. MACD is still bearish. I mean the cloud. Okay, there we go. Notification. Oh, they tripping. YouTube playing. There we go, right into that level. Why didn't I take the trade? I was going to too when we was here. Damn it. Damn. Okay, we might go make a new high. Now, but we have VWAP. We got an RC. Came right into that level. You take that long? I knew where we was going. They've been doing it. It's classic. I'm telling you, it's classic. Let me get rid of this line. We ain't doing that with that. Probably can get rid of this one too in a minute. And testing that for support. Let's see. Do we find support here? For continuation. 16 seconds and I might make a move. Wait for it. Wait for it. Was it lining up? Did I get in too early? Is that a good spot? Not sure. I mean, too late. I got in here. But the bulls are lining up, so if not, if we get stopped, I will wait. Try to go long again for a break of VWAP and try to go make a new high for the session. Excuse me. That's why I got my tea. Ain't working. You got in too early? Yeah, I think I got in too late. Wait, did you go long? Okay, push, come on, you can do it. Push through the VWAP, push through the VWAP. You came in with some power. Don't stop now. Rejection. It's rejecting. To cut it or to not cut it. Let's see. Push, there you go. Push. Just push. You be talking to the charts like, look at that, from 20 to 3. Rejection. Trade might not work. Might get stopped out. Sorry, I'm all in the mic doing that. Just have a little bit of trouble here. This is a previous support area. Oh, nice break. I'm moving that up because that could have been a stop run or not. In case a big wick comes in. Down $80. We'll get it back. 196 more to get this account back to 50K. So that once we do that, I'll probably take it to like 500 and then start trading 2 micros. Let's go. Yeah. Did you get it? Did you take it? It was a quick pop, but I wanted continuation. I'm not gonna lie, I would like it. I would have liked it to break these highs, break through this level, and then I can move it up to the so far initial balance high, and let it find some support around there and then continue higher. But got that nasty wick just probably ran some stops. So what I'm thinking, what it probably did is people that went short here because we didn't have any continuation and they put a stop loss here, right? And they have a stop loss like here or above there. It just basically got stopped out, right? They went short here. They said if we break above here, the trade is off. So boom, or come to this level or break above here, whatever. And so they ran stops. But if I didn't see that big wick come in like that and there was a nice body there, then I would have held the trade. Got a doji coming in. So this is we got a bearish divergence coming in. How much power does it have? I don't know. MACD is still bullish, but the momentum is dying down. As you can see, the color changing, but it's still bullish. RSI is still bullish. Cloud is bearish, curling up. Well, trying to curl up. But it's sideways. We're below the VWAP, below the 200 EMA, above, now falling through the 9, testing the 21 EMA. Trying to find support here in this area where the middle of this W here had resistance. Just broke it. So will we close below it, close above it? It's testing it right now. Still boards are there, pushing it up. So 950, okay. Finding support at this 455s, which is the 21 EMA area. Pushing through 450s. Holding it in the 450s back to 460s. Let's see what it does. Do we break up to the 460s, 70s, 80s? Or do we break down to the 20s? We're in the 40s right now. 46, 48, 47. 18,449.75. Finding support. Trying to find support. RSI is below neutral. MACD is bullish. Trying to flip. Curling down. Cloud is bearish, trying to curl up. That doesn't make any sense. That doesn't make any sense. Look at the cloud. Look at the cloud. Saying that buyers are coming in. What is happening? No trade. Be careful around here. Cloud is curling up. Bearish momentum is slowing down. It's saying the bulls are coming in. RSI is flat. MACD is still bullish. Looks like bulls are trying to come in. See the MACD histogram kind of moving, trying to push up. No, not a lot of power yet, but they might be lining up. If this thing flushes, what is it doing? The indicators aren't lining up. Something is about to happen, or nothing is about to happen. Okay, no follow through on that candle. Still bearish. MACD giving it up a little bit, but okay. All right, the cloud, okay. Narrowing down. See those buyers come in? Told you something was about to happen. Didn't make sense. Look at those buyers. RSI broke above neutral. MACD is still bullish. Cloud is bearish, but the momentum is the bearish momentum is dying down, slowing down. Trying to flip bullish here. Hey, Court. They might wick it up and down fast. No, I haven't. I have taken it. You haven't taken any trades with getting your money. Yeah, I'm definitely getting it back. I was down. I'm only down like 196 now. 195.42 actually, to be exact. $195.42. Look at that. Okay, sellers are, see, what are they doing? Might wick up, might wick down. No, yeah, might give you a railroad. Big candle up, big candle down. No freaking trade. We just wait. Wait a second. It's 10 o'clock. We got plenty of time. We can get rid of this because these big bullish candles are just, they're not respecting that level. There's actually a level here now that they're respecting. You down 1,600 and it's 50K? Slow down. Stop. Wait a minute. What you doing? You gotta slow down. How many trades have you taken? What chart are you using? TradingView? Shaquisha? Are you using TradingView? Well, Raja, are you using TradingView? Because if you are, I want you to do something for me real fast. That may help you understand something. Or are you on Top Step? If you're on Top Step X, okay, maybe because the Top Step has TradingView built in. Top Step allows you to show your executions, right? If you go into settings and go into trading and you check executions, check that box and then look at your chart and look if you're on a 1 minute, a 2 minute, look at your chart, look at your executions, look how many times you've taken one trade or taken one or multiple trades within one candle, within that 1 minute candle. And if you have a 1 minute candle and there are 2, 3, 4 arrows there, or then that means you're over trading. Just slow down, keep the executions on there. You don't want your chart. Sometimes I still do it. I'm not perfect, but when I do that, I notice, okay, I'm trading too much. Let me see, like this morning when I was almost going on tilt. You don't want to see, so right now for this market open, I sold here, I bought here, I bought here, I sold here. But look, when I was down this morning, look what I was doing. Almost on tilt. It was slower. I was like, okay, so I think, okay, loss, gain, win, loss, and then I'm like, what is it doing? Like, then I realized, I'm like, oh my God, it's trapping me. Like, these candles is faking me out. So I put my iPad down for a second. And I was like, all right, I'm not going to do this. I'm not going to start off the day like that. Start getting ready. And I was like, I'm not tripping about that. I think at that time I went from 190 down to like, I was only down 115 or something. And I was like, I ain't tripping. I'll get that back. We got all day. Do not get in that, because it's the mindset. When you go on tilt, you're on balance. Selling off here. And so I just was like, all right, just be patient. And I am. I'm being patient so I can get it back. Because that 1,600 is possible to get that back. Even if you get it down to below 1,000, like 999, 995, whatever, or to 1,000, it's possible. You just got to be patient. Don't force it. Like nothing. If you can't force anything on these charts. And if you're down 1,600 already on a 50K, that's telling me that you're over trading. Because these moves, look at these moves. You only, technically, from the time, we were trading, there was some moves, but it was pretty crazy in there. I'm gonna take these off of there because that's gonna mess my trades up. It was pretty crazy in here. But so you see, I did it too. I was almost on tilt. Don't go on tilt. I was almost there. And if you do, it's all right. Monday is, a new day. The markets aren't going anywhere. As long as you have the account, you can trade it. If you have a practice account, you can trade that. I went through it. It sucked, but I went through it. But technically, since we opened, there was one trade here. If you got in here, that could have been another. This is like a super scalp. But for me, there was one trade here and one trade here in hindsight. Right? if I was getting in there, but yeah. For me, this continuation, okay, that's a trade. Once we break this, or it's looking like we're breaking this, we got this power. That's a trade. So for me, there was only 2 trades. There's no way, you know what I mean, that I should be down a whole bunch. If I am, that just means that I'm probably candle trading. You know, looking at each candle, trying to trade each candle. Like, it's all right. I don't know what the case is for you, but for me, that's what it was. That's what I called it. I call it, even this morning, almost doing it, candle trading. Right where I'm short and it's flipping long, and I'm like, it's going long. Let me catch a couple of those points long, and it would give me like $15-$20, but then it'll pull me back and take me out 15-20, and I'm like, you know, it's just one of those things where you're not catching your profits fast enough, and it's stopping you out and just adding to your losses. But that was candle trading, like not waiting for actual moves to set up. Okay, see this cluster here, this kind of falling wedge, or this, you know, this bearish move here. What is happening? Let me lock that. I cannot. Kind of got this falling wedge here, which could be bullish, right? I don't know. We could come down, test. Look at that. Before we break out, we can break higher. I mean lower. That's what I was thinking. I ain't think it was gonna continue like this though, but maybe that was this is NASDAQ. This is NASDAQ. I'm telling you, I am not going short because I want to so bad right now. But the cloud is bearish. The conditions are bearish, but it's still sideways. So why is this selling is coming in, but it's not moving the cloud? Maybe on the next candle it will. Making you bearish, making you bullish, baby. But this is nice and bearish. I ain't gonna lie. We're gonna bounce here or what? Come on, NASDAQ. Look at this. What is this? W. Oh, Court, was you here yesterday? I see a W formation, a possible falling wedges, bullish, right? Yeah, that was exactly what happened to W. That's why I took that trade, because it was a actually I was missing that trade. I wanted to get in here, and I got in, I think here or somewhere over there. Here. I mean, I made money, but I was a little late to the trade. But yeah, the falling wedge would have been bullish, but this NASDAQ, so it was a false alarm. But remember that my whole cosine and sine spiel, how the market moves in waves, that I was talking about yesterday. Well, here we have another one. Look at this. Okay, if it wants to move. It's not perfect, but it's there. They're always there. It's how the market moves. Even though it was a W, you can see the W. That's actually a different one. Come on. I can't draw today. Is that my honey? That's actually a different one, guys. Hi, honey. Hi, handsome. Nothing, oh, here it is. There's the wave. It just didn't go like this and then this. Her 380 rejecting. Oh, so Shaquisha, you like to call numbers and stuff. You pay attention to the numbers. I mean, I do too, but not. I'm not one of those people that's like, oh, if we reject out of the. Sometimes I am. The 20s and 80s, I know that price goes to the 20s and 80s. So, but other than that, I'm focused on the trade, the move. Oh, this is nice. Triple bounce. Triple bottom. 1, 2, 3. I haven't seen it that pretty in a while. That be it. I'm down $80, babe. I was down 190, then 115, now 80. Getting it back, slowly but surely. For sure. For sure. We ain't gonna force nothing though. Because today is like Friday. It's Thursday, but it's Friday because the markets are closed tomorrow. Alright, bullish continuation here. MACD trying to flip bullish. RSI is bullish. Above neutral. We just crossed above the moving averages. Put him up here. I gotta mute and unmute him. He ain't getting annoyed. We break. Here we are again. At that level, right? The neckline of that W. Price ain't doing nothing. It's 10-12. We got this tight initial balance. 383, 483, of about 117, 26, about 120, 130 points, 125 to 30 point initial balance range. Actually, I'm lying. Initial balance comes here. So if you are, 1 second. If you are wondering what I mean when I say like initial balance, you know, failed upside auction, failed downside auction, there's a book called Mind Over Markets. And I thought it took me a while to read it because I thought it was about psychology. And I'm like, at that time, I wasn't really focused on psychology. I was focused on the trades, and then I had to focus on the psychology. But then once I felt like I had enough experience in that, I read that book. Come to find out, it was actually a book about market profile, and it helped tremendously. Helped me understand what I was looking at. And with the initial balance, high and low trade, the break of the high, the break of the low, right? A break of initial balance, low, retest for continuation. If not, you get a failed downside auction. Break of initial balance high, come back for a retest. If not, you fall back into price range in here, you get a failed upside auction. But that break is a good trade. The retest is a good trade. Support at the retest and a breakout is a good trade. Same with the low. Actually, let me make sure that was the markets, or was it? Let me see. 1 second. Just hovering around initial balance low, not doing nothing. 380. Did you take a short? Okay, babe. Yep. I was gonna do the little book club thing on here. Minor markets, one good trade, best loser wins. Those are all good reads for beginner traders. Should have my documentary going over here about with lions. If you can't tell, I love lions. What they represent. Humans can learn a lot from lions. All right. Testing this low area again. Cloud is bearish. MACD is bearish. RSI is below neutral. Moving averages or below the moving averages, below the VWAP. But this is also a demand area. So we bounced out of these areas. And remember, these lines are areas. They're zones, not just like a specific price. This yellow line is the yellow line, the red line. Excuse me. The smaller dotted lines are. But these blue, light blue lines, it depends, actually. The smaller ones be my 30-minute. This is just a major one. That's why I made it bigger. It's not doing any, you know, a year ago, I would blow my account on things like this because I would think it was going to break and I would take that short. I would be in for a loss. I might hold it for this. Think it's still going, hold it all the way here, and then just be stopped out or something. I used to do that all the time. Or I will go for a break here, take a loss. I think it'll break here, take a loss, like maybe lower, break here, take a loss. And I'm thinking that it's going to break an initial balance low, and it never does. I used to do that. Or like a zone. Before I realized I would be doing that candle trading, right? That candle trading and just be trading in the zone like this. And every time it's going to break the zone or whatever, I was like going short or going long for the break every time it tried to come test it. And it would just stop me out every time until I realized, oh, I should be trading the range. Duh, I should buy at the low and sell at the highs if I'm going to trade. And it started working, but it was, you know, I tried so many different things. I don't like to take a lot of trades. I will take a lot of trades if I have to get back positive. Don't get it twisted. On a micro, especially on micros, but you can't do that on minis, right? Because you do that on minis, before you know it, you're depleted and you are stopped out of your account. And we just made another new low for the day. Are we gonna go lower? Still at a demand zone, so let's see if we do break this. Where do we go? Let's take a look at the 30-minute. Well, we have a level here. Whew. And if we break that and just continue lower, we got an empty pocket here. We got an empty pocket where all this empty space from this big green candle where price never came to retest. I mean, you can find like, you know, some support here, some kind of bounce here, but price has to come retest all of that. Basically all the way to yesterday's lows. So will we get that kind of move today? 200 and some points lower? Not sure. They making me want to go short so bad. Y'all, they making me want to go short. That's what they doing on purpose. Making me bearish. I don't know if it's one of those days where we just had this continual grind lower. Where it's like, or I like momentum. I don't want to be a part of the trap, so. I'm trying to wait to see if they are going or not. It looks like they want to go. MACD is bearish. Cloud is bearish. RSI pointing up is below neutral. We're below the EMAs, below the VWAP. Time is 10:21. Initial balance is established in 9 minutes. We don't have any news. U.S. initial jobless claims. Oh, that came out at 8:30. I said I was gonna check for news too. That's what this. Where's it at? That's what. Yep, that's what that was about. Market reacted late to initial. Initial jobless claims. Previous 223,000. Forecast is 225,000. The actual was 215,000. American Express earnings call. Got some Fed speaking at 11:45. Trump signs executive orders at 1 or at 4. At 4. U.S. Baker Hughes rig count is at 1 o'clock. So we got some oil news coming out. Netflix has an earnings call today. The earnings come out today at 4 o'clock. Oh, so the market might move after hour. Nice bounce. Nice bounce. Nice bounce off of those lows. Why? We got a nice bounce off of the lows. And the cloud is bearish. And the MACD is bearish. So bears are still here holding it down. Holding down the fort. No trade yet. We gotta wait on something, right? We have to wait on something. I would like to get this $80 back. Japanese, but I don't care. Stock futures trim gains as Trump rebukes Powell. What? What happened? Blackstone. There's a name. Blackstone urges Swift to end the tariff turmoil as deal exits law. Trump tariffs policies are hurting the business he's trying to help. This is just headlines I'm reading from Bloomberg. We're going lower. What's going on? Anybody trading? I hope not. Unless you're super scalping. If it breaks that blue dash line, you taking a short. Well, I would have liked to get short up here for a break of the line. If it breaks the line, I need it to come and retest it and reject it to go short. Because what happens is once initial balance is established in 6 minutes, if it breaks this and if it breaks this, comes back to retest it and then rejects, okay, that's a downside auction. We get some continuation to the downside. But if it breaks this like it's, well, I can't say like it's doing now, we got 5 minutes. If it breaks this, comes back up, comes back into it and continues higher, like, you know, maybe play around here for some time before finding support, then that's a failed downside auction. So I don't want to go short until I know until once the initial balance is established, until I know if it's going to continue or if it's going to come back into there. If it continues, I'll go short. If it comes back, then I wait for a pullback to try to go long. Always a if this then that, right? If this then that. But if momentum was here, you see me trading different ways. Like if it was flushing, I'm trying to get in on, you know, a candle that pulls back and get into the momentum. But I love being in the trades before the momentum comes. It doesn't happen all the time, but when it happens, I get so excited. Y'all might see that on here, so just don't judge me. I'll be happy about the trade. I like the trade more than the money. I mean, I like the money, but because trading well means you're starting to do better. You know what I mean? I want to take this, but man, I've gotten burnt so many times. I really don't know what to do here. I don't like, it seems like it's gonna flush, but I don't like the way it's just hovering around here. You see, it's a slow grind so far. Small bounce, any bounce they're selling into, right? So these divergences are very, very small cycles. So you got this bullish cycle. I mean, you got this bear cycle. I'm sorry. Then you got a bullish divergence, bullish divergence, bullish divergence, bigger. But then these cycles or these divergences where the candles get green, these are coming in smaller. And so we need some momentum to come in, which it looks like it's doing right now. See the cloud. 1027. So now we're going to test that level. I should have gotten that. Bears are, oh, this is bearish. Look at the cloud. Look at the cloud. Wait. Let me see. 2 minutes. Does it want to come here? So far, what happened to my music? We're so far away from moving averages. Damn, we just rejected right here after 9. That was it broke support, so we're bearish for sure, right? This support up here broke it, so we're bearish, but what's Nvidia? Let me see what this Tesla down, CrowdStrike down, Amazon down, Google, AVGO down, Palantir down, Nvidia down, and Intel down, SPY down, QQQ down, Meta down, Tesla down. This is bearish. I'm getting in because I'm tired of watching it. I'm tired of what? No, I'm just kidding. Get in. See if we can get to this. Excuse me, guys. See if we can get to this line here. See if we can get there. I took my take profit off because if it goes, I want to trail it there. I want to end up trailing it, and so if it goes below there, we can potentially take advantage of that. But if we're wrong, then we're wrong. If we're wrong, then we're wrong, and we're right. It's going too slow. Slow. Steady going. I need to watch it because I don't want to Now its volume coming in. Market is trying to bounce. Market is trying to bounce. Market is trying to short. Market is trying to short. I just wanted to just blow through that. That's what I want. I wanted to just go. Empty pocket, remember? Empty pocket. Empty pocket, baby. Blow through it so I can move my stop. Just come on. There you go. There you go. Nope. Don't find support. See that bounce there? That's why I said I wanted it to blow through it. Because if it doesn't, okay, there it is. Now I can move my stop. Ooh, I'm moving my stop lower. Oh, this is bearish. You see that? You see the cloud? You see how the cloud just fell like that? Don't stop me out. Come on. Give me at least 100. Come on. Keep falling. Keep falling. Keep falling. Keep falling. I need to move this. I want to move this down into 90 because it's pulling back. About to stop me out. Son of a biscuit eater. Down 70. I mean, down $10. Almost had the whole 80 back on that trade. Time is 10:31. This is the 10:30. Okay, so now we've broke initial balance low. Now we have to wait. This thing is probably gonna move fast. Hold on. I need a second. Because I might have to make a quick decision here. Okay, ironically, I figured it was gonna do that. Come down and establish initial balance at this level. I figured if it wasn't that previous blue line on the chart, it'd be this one, which it was this one. Okay, we broke below it, and now we're in it. Remember, I said if we break below it, we need it to come back, retest, reject for resistance, or you know, to pull back in here, find support around here. We just have to watch and see what it does. It could do a number of different things. But on a short term, this is bullish. This is bearish. I mean, I'm sorry. Overall conditions are bearish. We got a bullish divergence. Should have took that 90 on that trade. I was trying, but that's okay. We're almost back. Break even on the day. And we need about 125 to get us back to 50,000. Once we get to 50,000, we'll keep trading one contract, get about 500 in account. And then I can start being slightly more aggressive, trading 2 micros. Where 25 points will give me $100 versus $50. And, you know, if you can get 5 trades of $100 in a day, that's $500 on micros. That's good money. So that's how you do it. Slow and steady. If you take a loss, the thing is, you're gonna lose it faster than you're gonna make it most time. So I lost the $1,000 in a day, but it's taken me 4 days to get it back. And before I was, you know, before I had the understanding, I wasn't patient enough or disciplined enough to try to get it back over multiple days, until one day I just decided, you know what, I'm not gonna go for it all in one day. Okay, this is a bearish continuation. I'm not gonna go for it. Trying to continue lower. We'll see if it'll break down for another to make a new low, or if this was a second test and we go higher, like higher, and we go higher. But until I one day I just said, you know, I'm just gonna try to get it back over time, just however long it takes. I'll take 100 a day. I'll take 200 a day, and just, you know, did it like that. And the first time I was able to recover those losses, I felt better about the account. And so now, whenever if I'm down 1,000, I know exactly what to do. Just don't go until it'll take longer, but just take it slow, you know, just take it slow. The next day, try to get back 100 or 2. The next day, 100 or 2. The next day, 100 or 2. And before you know it, you're like, all right, I got that back. And you become a better trader for it. MACD is bearish. We're below, obviously well below VY, well below 200 moving day average. Rejected off the 9 EMA. 200 EMA, I'm sorry. There's a nice gap here between the 20. Why am I that horrible? The 21 and the 9. So bears are in. Cloud is bearish. We're gonna go take out that wick. What are we doing? I need a level in here. Let me look at the 15 minutes, see if I can. Oh, it's just empty pocket. Damn, it's just an empty pocket. I want that trade to go test yesterday's lows. But how many other people want it? Will they give it to us or will they trap us? Right? All the bears want it to go lower. Are they gonna pay us or they gonna trap us? And the only thing is when it goes and goes and goes and doesn't pull back, like you're like, okay, it's going and you're waiting for a pullback, but it doesn't pull back. Right? It comes like way down here before it pulls back. When you wanted it to come like here and then pull back and then get in there, that's perfect. But it doesn't happen like that all the time. This is bearish. Do I want to go short? Or wait for the retest. Okay. MACD trying to curl up. There's that classic higher low that the NASDAQ does. Or not. Nope. It's going. Okay. Okay. Bears are coming back in. Bulls, bears, bulls, bears. They're battling. You see this MACD? You see the histogram going from dark red to light red? Bears, okay, there's volume, there's volume, there's volume. Let's see if it bounces. Bears got the power. Okay. Small bounce, but no bounce. Small, but there's not a big bounce like this one here. What's about to die? My headphones about to die? Okay, there's a bounce. They trying to trap us. They trying to trap us, y'all, or not? I don't know. I think I'm gonna stay away from the long here, though. No trap. No trap. No trap yet. Do we get in? Come on. Let me see something. 2 minute, 5 minute, 15. I'm about to go. I don't like how they're doing that. Okay, retesting. Go retest. It know it wants that empty pocket. I don't know why it's. I need to quit slouching. I need to quit slouching because I'm not a slouch. Good thing I didn't go long, huh, guys? I mean, go short. Retesting. That's what it does sometimes. Even though I know you're supposed to wait for the retest. You know, you never want the train to leave the station without you, right? I need to eat my orange. That's still just not ideal. It's a cluster there. We didn't necessarily get like this move here, that move here, and then here. All right, we're back inside initial balance. Failed downside auction so far. Just for one 1 minute candle that we have 13 minutes left. One of my earbuds just died. All right. See. All right. Here go NASDAQ. Broke this high. Probably gonna come break this high. Not as probably, but if it breaks this high, it can come break this high. Right? Obviously, the test yesterday's close. It can reject below it or above it, but it does this. Y'all know if y'all been watching my stream all week where I'm showing y'all how market structure is lower highs. You know, yeah, they trapped some bears down there. I almost got trapped, but you have these highs. You got a series of, they want to go. You had a series of like, you know, high, lower high, lower high, lower high, lower high. That's a lower high too. Lower high, lower high, lower high. And then you have these lows, right? Where you have low. I don't know why it went backwards like that. Low, lower low, lower low, lower low, lower low. You can count this as a lower low, whatever. Market structure is bullish. I mean, it's bearish because you have a series of lower highs and lower lows. When you break the previous high, it could potentially be the start of a bull cycle, or it can be, you know, where price goes sideways. Like price comes to test like this level, and we might range before breaking lower or breaking higher. But what NASDAQ loves to do is NASDAQ loves to break market structure for no reason. It's not like every other stock. Like this, it broke this high here. It broke this previous high. Look at this. It broke this previous high. So it should continue higher. Now, I'm not saying that it won't, but what NASDAQ likes to do is do that. Continue to the next one. Maybe even break that before coming back down and giving a new low. That's what NASDAQ does. Not all the time. But like I said, if you've been watching my streams for this past week, I've been saying that same thing over and over. And that's how I've been knowing on times like this, whether we get a lower high or a higher high, to actually go long here. I've been taking those little trades like, oh, I'm going long here. Breaks this, I'm holding it. Breaks that, I'm holding it. And then I'm getting out here. But I'm not going to do it now because I'm too late. I'm late to the party. We're here. So, I mean, this is what to get in here, 46 to 73. It's almost a 30-point trade. It's a good trade, but I'm not taking it. So we're rejecting here at this level. See that? That previous level of support. It's smaller because it's a 1 minute. You just got to know how to find these areas on these charts. Looks like a W now. Yeah. Crazy W. But if you've been paying attention, Court, I don't know how long you've been watching it, the markets throughout the day, or if you've been catching the streams. We've been making this same move right here. We either do this right here at the bottom. I should go back and find it, but every time I've been doing that, we've been making moves. Or we come down, make a low, come up, make a high, get that higher low, and then go. It's either one of these right here that we've been doing all week. And if you, it's crazy. It's crazy. I'm just now really, as I'm live, it's changing. Oh no. There goes my stream dropping. Oh man, my internet. Damn it. Here we go. Guys, I'm sorry. I'm buffering. I think. Yikes. They about to cut my live. Gosh darn it. Don't cut it, YouTube. Just fix it. Let me see. I'm sorry guys, my internet is starting to do that. It was doing yesterday. I went from excellent stream health to if my stream drops, guys, I will go back live. Rebar reversal on the 5-minute. Yep. Raja, I see that. That's beautiful. Did you take it? We should get some continue. Well, we kind of came up and tested this. Man, my internet. I don't know what to do to fix it, guys, besides reset it. But that means I have to end my stream. So if I'm lagging or have the robot voice, let me know if I have the robot voice. If I'm lagging, I'm sorry. It's a landline. It's actually a landline.